What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, checking out the Going Gear EDC Club premium subscription for June of 2023. If you're not familiar with this subscription, the standard box is $60 a month. We'll send you 2 to 5 EDC items, or for $140 more, $200 total, you can get the premium box, which includes everything from the standard, plus 1 to 2, I think the max we've ever seen is 3 premium items on top of that. And so just like last month, I'm actually gonna already have everything out of the box, just trying out a little bit of a different format. A lot of the time I was spending in the video was just opening stuff, and in this video in particular, it would have been a really long time because there was a lot of clamshell packaging, and one of them took me a while to get open. And so definitely liking this format. It does take a little bit of that kind of surprise factor out, but other than that, I'm liking this format so far, but would love your feedback in the comments if you feel like I should go back to that old format. But let's go ahead and get started with the standard box. I'm going to work my way up from the lowest valued item to the highest before moving on to the premium. So right off the bat, we get this Tech Accessories aluminum glow fob. And you can see it's got this aluminum cage around an M-Bright core. And M-Bright is a material that has a really bright charge, but does need to be charged, unlike tritium. And so different use cases for this. I like this as like a zipper pull and things like that. Where I find it a little bit less useful is on a actual keychain. And that's because a lot of the times my keychain is sitting inside my pocket all day. And so it doesn't have time to charge when I want it and pull it out. It's not charged because it's been sitting in my dark pocket. And so definitely want to be mindful of what you're using these for, but kind of a cool item, and it does have a decent glow. I tested it out a little bit earlier today, charged it with some UV flashlights, and it glows pretty nicely. These are going to run you $14.95 of that value. And it says once it's been exposed for long enough to sunlight, it will last up to 12 hours. Not 100% sure how accurate that is. I haven't had it for even 12 hours at this point, so I haven't been able to test that, but it does glow nicely. Now next up is an interesting item. This is the Kershaw Dune, and this is a little neck knife, fixed blade neck knife. You can see it comes on the lanyard, and I'm not sure that I would use this as a neck knife. It's a little bit on the larger side, but you can see there's nowhere to mount like an ulti clip or any other type of clip for that matter on this Kydex sheath. So if you do decide to go that route, you'd probably have to make your own sheath for it or pick up one on the secondary that fits it. But you can see this is a nice skinny little fixed blade knife, really skinny handles. It's definitely kind of one of those last ditch knives. It's not super comfortable, but it's not uncomfortable either. Just not a lot to grab onto. It is 2.5 ounces, 3.8 inches on that blade. I forget what they said the blade steel was on here. Let's see if we can pull that up. 8CR, 13 MOV. So looks like the overall length is 7.7 inches, and the handle material is a glass-filled nylon, so basically just feels like a plastic, but should be okay. There is a spot for a lanyard on the bottom of that. So kind of a cool looking knife, not necessarily something I'm going to be using as a neck knife. It does feel a little bit long in that capacity, but it does come with a nice neck knife sheath, and that's at $29.95. So this is kind of the mid-tier item this month. Now, actually, let's just leave this up here. Next up is the last item in the standard, but a pretty interesting one. I'm actually going to grab the box because that's an interesting looking box. And this is the Best Tech Man Ronin, valued at $51.90. And this is, I guess, the kind of budget line of Best Tech, which is cool. Don't think I have any Best Tech Man knives yet, but we have the Ronin. And this is a bar lock style lock. Nice kind of spear point blade on there. And valued at $51.90, you have G10 OD green. I'm not sure if it has other colors available, but I got OD green. Really kind of a thicker knife, really comfortable in the hand, sits well. 14C28N on there. And the axis lock works pretty well on these. I feel like Best Tech has it down pretty well. And so really nice action on this, and thumb stud deployment. Really good looking, attractive blade, I think. Just in general, from handle to blade shape, is a pretty attractive looking blade. So really happy with this one as well. Now, with our standard, these are our 3 items. For the standard, we're looking at $96.80 in value. And again, you pay $60 for that. So feel like that's a pretty good value there. You're getting more than 150%, and so happy with that. Also comes with extra hardware, I should mention, on that Best Tech Man Ronin. You get extra body screws as well as extra springs for that lock bar, which is nice. It looks like there's 2 extra springs in there. Now, I'm not someone who breaks a lot of those, but there are people out there who seem to break them more often. Not sure what that is just bad luck or if it's something that I'm doing differently than them. But in any event, they do tend to break occasionally, and so good that they include those there. Now, moving on to our premium box, we actually got 2 items this month, and 2 really cool items actually. So starting with the lower value, this one could have been in the standard box with its value, but it's kind of supplementing the premium item this month. And this is the Phoenix T6 Tactical Pen Light. And so this is actually pretty cool. I was looking at the Open Glow, I think it's called, last month's sale, and didn't pick it up. And so cool to get one that's a little bit more budget friendly than that one. Test it out, see if I like it, but has a nice twist deployment, and there's no kind of halfway. So you can see if I twist it partially and let go, it just kind of twists back. So you do have to twist it all the way to get it out. Does write pretty decently. Has a glass breaker on the back, and you can change that ink core. And then to turn it on, you just hold this button for about a second, and you can see it goes into that low mode, which is 1 lumen, will last you about 26 hours. Moving on up to the medium, you get 20 lumens, 2.5 hours, or the high mode with 80 lumens for 40 minutes. So cool little light, very similar to that Open Glow minus that tip, but also a little bit cheaper at $36.95. So I was excited to see this in the box. I like Phoenix. I think I only have maybe 2 Phoenix flashlights, but like both of those, and they're pretty old flashlights, the ones that I have, and so they've held up well. They're still working. I still use them from time to time, and so definitely a fan of Phoenix, so glad to see that in the box. Now, the one kind of major downside of doing everything already unboxed is that it takes away that initial impression. And when I opened the box and saw this box, and I did box it back up just so you can see it, White River knife and tool, I was super excited because I had just handled one of these for the first time at Blade Show, and so didn't end up buying one, but was a big fan of them. So when I saw it in the box, super stoked to see that there, and really nicely packaged. I did take out a little piece of wood that it was clipped to, so it's not exactly the normal package, but you can see this slides out, kind of similar look to like a cigar box. I have a few slide out cigar boxes like that. Not sure if this is cedar or not, but similar look for sure. Made in the USA, guaranteed for life. And got a really cool knife here, White River Knife and Tool M1 Backpacker Pro. And you can see this comes with a Kydex sheath and a belt attachment on here. It shows how to install and configure that belt attachment on a little piece of paper inside the box, but you can remove this and put any of the other types of clips that works with these Kydex sheaths. Really nice orange G10 on the handle. And let's just get this out real quick while I pull the certificate of authenticity and information card. But really attractive looking blade, extremely comfortable. It's got this little slot here for your finger, a little finger choil that locks you in nicely. The jimping is really effective, small sharpening choil as well, but just a really comfortable 4-finger grip, extremely lightweight on this one. So let's pull out that information card and we can take a look. So this is the Model 1 Pro. You see it has a 3-inch blade length, 7 inches overall, meaning we got about 4 inches there in the handle. Blade steel is S35BN and a stonewash finished. There could have been an ion bond, which I'm assuming is some sort of like DLC coating, but not 100% sure about that. 59 to 60 HRC, G10 Kydex sheath, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. And so really, really cool knife. Let's see what they had to say about this item. Listed price at $150, a small family company with a passion for making premium American-made knives. All their knives have an impressive fit and finish and come with a lifetime warranty. The M1 Backpacker Pro is their flagship model. It's an excellent knife for everyday carry or using in the field. It has a 3-inch S35 VN blade, textured G10 handles, and weighs only 2.5 ounces. So really, really happy with that. And those 2 items combined in the premium, we're looking at $186.95. So you do pay about $140 more for premium. So not quite the 150% value that we got in the standard, but I think still a really solid value. You're getting about $47 more than what you paid, and 2 quality items that I'm super happy to see in the box. Overall value $283.75, and again, you're paying $200 for all of this. So this is definitely the star of the show for me. It's just extremely comfortable, extremely lightweight, 2.5 ounces. I believe this one actually said it was 2.5 ounces as well. It does. And so Two really lightweight knives, but super impressed with this, super happy to see it in the box. Now, it comes in orange G10. I'm gonna be curious about watching other people's unboxings because I know they have these in a bunch of different colors. I don't remember exactly. There's different materials, though, different colors, and so I know that there's other ones. So I'm curious to see if any of those other ones make it into the boxes or they're all orange. Now, I really like this orange G10, so I'm happy with the color that I got, but definitely something I'll be curious to see. Super cool. Also really impressed with this Bestechman Ronin. Bestech obviously does some good stuff, but this is supposed to, I believe, be their budget brand, and it's really comfortable, really well designed, feels similar to other Bestechs I've handled that are much more expensive. So happy with that item. Those are probably my two favorite items, but excited to see this Phoenix pen light in there. Embrite's kind of just a throw in, not something I'm gonna get super excited about, but happy to have. And then this Kershaw, gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna use that because I don't really think that I'm someone who's going to use a knife this size as a neck knife, and so probably going to have to figure something else out there, maybe get a different sheath so I can front pocket carry it or something like that, sticking out of my front pocket. But let me know what you think of this month's haul. Overall, I'm really happy with it. As you can tell, I'm kind of happy with all 5 items, which is sometimes a rarity, but I think Going Gear's been on a nice roll for the last few months after a little bit of a rut. You know, we had the missing item and then a low value box, but several months in a row now with really, really quality boxes and items that I'm happy with. So again, let me know what you think though down in the comments below. Not everyone obviously agrees with me. That's why they're kind of mystery boxes. But as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.